Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode in our character spotlights for Pokemon Unite. It's been a minute since we've done one of these, and I was expecting to do a Smash Bros. Ultimate video today, but due to some time constraints, I had to change things up a little bit. We'll probably take a longer break between installments of this series going forward, though, as I should have time to focus on that other one today. But enough of me whining about what's going on in my life. Let's have a look at one of the final characters that I do have unlocked so we can talk about their functions, features, and how you can better utilize this character in the game. So let's go ahead and pop open our Pokemon inventory here, and we're going to scroll on over to Talonflame, because this is one of the first characters that I picked up, and I haven't done a whole lot to really focus on what Talonflame can do, but there is some certain benefit to what this character brings to the table. So let's have a look at the moveset for Talonflame and speak a little bit candidly about what I feel is the best type of setup to use with this character. As always, we have the basic attack sequence, which is 3 different strikes, and the third hit in their little combo has increased potency. The biggest thing of note is that Talonflame is a physical attacker, so you will need to make sure that you are closing in on your opponents when and if you are seeking to make contact with your opponents. You can't harass them from afar, is I guess what I'm trying to get at. The ability that Talonflame has in battle is Gale Wings, which allows the Pokemon to move faster when the hit points are high. This is fine, it's nothing super crazy, and it doesn't really make or break a whole lot of things. It does make running away in the middle of combat a little more difficult, so you may want to consider having the eject button on lockdown as your in battle item that you use, especially if you need to get out of a sticky situation. Talking about the moves that Talonflame has, we first have Peck, which is the base move. This causes your character to fly forward towards opposing Pokemon and land 3 separate attacks. And then when you reach level 5, you can choose between one of 2 different moves. The first is Flame Charge, which has the user fly in the designated direction, which you can select while activating the move. While cloaked in flame, the opposing Pokemon in its path will be struck during that attack duration, and this will also increase the movement speed of your character or Talonflame for a short period of time. And upon being upgraded to Flame Charge Plus, it has the user and basic attacks partially ignore the opposing Pokemon's defense. You can't completely negate it, but it does allow you to have some defense bypass. And Flame Charge is okay, it has a 6.5 second cooldown, but Aerial Ace has a little bit better utility in my opinion, because it allows the user to fly at the designated Pokemon dealing damage, and it's got a fair area of coverage and you kind of snap directly to where your opponents are located. And the next attack that you perform after using this move is a boosted attack, and upon being upgraded it deals even more damage, though I do not particularly think that applies to the boosted portion of the move. It does cool down a little bit faster, but by a very, very slim margin. However, there is something you can do to take better advantage of either Flame Charge or Aerial Ace, and that has to come with the second ability that you can choose. Now, Acrobatics is the base ability off of the start. This has the user flying towards the designated area and attacks multiple times, and allows you to escape in a direction of your choice after using the move, which actually is fairly good as a get-out-of-jail-free type option. But when you reach level 7, you can choose between one of 2 abilities, the first being Fly, which will send the user high into the sky, and then when used again, you can dive into a designated area of attack and deal damage to any Pokemon in that area of impact. This will also allow your next move to be a boosted attack. That's similar to what we saw with the Aerial Ace move. And that is okay if that's the route that you want to go. Upon having this move upgraded, you have the opposing Pokemon thrown when the attack lands, and that will kind of prevent them from using the abilities of their own at the moment of impact, though they can retaliate shortly thereafter. However, what I was talking about with the other, or the previous ability, is with the secondary effect of Brave Bird. Now, Brave Bird has the user cloak themselves in flame and deal damage to the Pokemon in the path that it strikes into, and deals an area of effect damage during that charge. It will deal recoil damage to Talonflame as the move is used, but upon performing a boosted attack after this attack is used, will reset the cooldown of Flame Charge or Aerial Ace. And that boosted attack is the third hit out of your attack sequence, or the attack after you use Aerial Ace or Flame Charge. So you may want to hold on to that boosted attack until after you've used Brave Bird, and then burn that attack, and then you will immediately have Flame Charge or Aerial Ace available for your use again. Upon being upgraded, you do have a reduction in damage that you receive when using Brave Bird. So as long as you are okay with the damage that you can take while using this move, it's not the hardest thing to work around. And then finally, we have the Unite move of Flame Sweep. This involves the user performing an aerial somersault and then dives forward, dealing damage to Pokemon that are in the move's path and shoves them out of the way. So not the greatest move in terms of what we've seen. I honestly think that there's a lot of Pokemon that have better Unite moves than what Talonflame brings to the table, but it is something that you can use to either remove yourself or even to break up the opposing Pokemon that are pushing in on your point. That's really everything that I wanted to talk about with Talonflame, though. So what we really need to do at this point is jump into a ranked match and see how well we get on using Talonflame. So like I said, the battle item that I think works really well with Talonflame is the eject button, and that's simply because it allows you to get out of hairier situations, especially if you do go with the self-harm route of some of the moves that you can use. But I think that that's really the biggest thing that we needed to focus on, and we're just going to have to see if we're able to assist our team in taking out our opponents here. Now, there is a Charizard and a Machamp on our team, which is pretty good, but there's also a Charizard on the opposing team, and they could cause us some trouble if we're not careful. So hopefully we can team up with someone in our ranks. That Alolan Ninetales actually might be a really good team member to kind of peruse around with and make sure that we don't get bodied by our opponents. But let's go ahead and move in on our first victims here and see how this works for us. Let's go ahead and get this peck in on this Lillipup, and hopefully we can take them out before my teammates turn on it. And then we can take on the Ludicolo, which is going to give us a good amount of experience here. And then we'll move down on the Bouffalant, because that tends to work fairly well for us. Let's move in and burn our Acrobatics. We didn't get the full amount of damage on that, which was a little bit upsetting. But we were able to take him out. And with the Chain Peck into Acrobatics, we actually got a fair amount of damage in there. So let's run down and see if we can take on this Blissey. It looks like they kind of popped out. And we've got to retreat because we are in a bit of a rough patch. We're going to need to grab this Lepa Berry. And then we'll want to see if we can crash in on these guys. We kept them from getting in on our goalpost, which I suppose is fine. We lost a couple of our orbs, which isn't ideal, but it allowed our teammates to get back on the defensive there, which is, I suppose, a decent benefit. Let's take out the Ludicolo here. And we didn't quite get out of range of the Hydro Pump there. So we're going to go ahead and activate Aerial Ace, because I feel like that's going to be a little bit more beneficial for us. And then we'll run over here and grab this Crawdont. And we'll then need to help our team members. And just like that, we've got... No, get out of there. The eject button didn't work. Dang it. But we did take them out, so maybe we can get a score in here. But no, the Slowbro came back in. I was hoping to take advantage of my Eos cookie and heal up a little bit there, but it's okay. It's not really, but we'll see. We're currently down a goalpost, which isn't great. We'll have to see if we can kind of help turn the tides of this. And we've got Rotom that's coming in here. And we'll have to see if our team can help burn him down. Don't appear to be the case. Let's go ahead and get Brave Bird active there. And we've got a goalpost down here, which is really nice to see. And just like that, that Aerial Ace refreshed off of using the boosted attack there. We're going to need to evacuate. I'm going to see if I can pop into some grass here and then warp back home because I desperately need that. Okay, fully healed up. Let's go ahead and jump back. I suppose we can come down here and help our teammates a bit. Ooh, there we go. Nice little takedown on that Charizard there. But the Alolan Vulpix is back, or Ninetales is back here causing some troubles for us, which isn't great. Our team is struggling a little bit here. I just don't know if we have a lot of the damage. It doesn't help that we've got a Charmeleon. I guess he just barely evolved into a Charmander, so, or a Charizard, I should say. Let's see if he can get a score, though.
You're in trouble!
Okay, we're gonna have to see if this Machop and I can take down the Dreadnought coming in right here. Ooh, that was good. That was really good, actually. And I didn't quite get in on that Alolan Ninetales, which is unfortunate. Nope, we're gonna have to retreat because we're in a rough spot, health-wise. And the opposing team has sent Rotom up to us. So our goalpost is now defenseless. We're probably gonna lose this match, if I'm being honest. Oh boy, that was just absolutely got codswalloped by those guys there. I don't even know that we could turn the tide of this battle if we wanted to. That's kind of the issue that I've seen with Talonflame, is that Gale Wing's ability is really detrimental to whether or not you can be efficient And then we've got the Venusaur that's in there with its Overgrow as well. There's just better picks, in my opinion. There's not a lot of benefit that I see to Talonflame specifically. Because there's just a lot of missing items in their kit, I feel. There's better damage options in other Pokemon. There's more bursty combo damage, and the fact that your instant refresh on your aerial ace or your flame charge is contingent on dealing self-damage, it's just not something super great to rely on. So I don't know what I'd do to change Talonflame here. I feel like one of the biggest things that would need to be altered about Talonflame is the fact that we just need some burstier damage options or a better reward for kind of what's working. Let's see if we can get back in and catch some of these guys by surprise. Oh, we got absolutely rocked there. And they just wiped our whole team, so they're going to get the Zapdos takedown here. Which is unfortunate, but we weren't really going to be able to take this win back anyway. So, we'll just kind of need to, I guess, surrender the match, because it's just not going to go our way. Though I don't know that we have enough points to surrender. I don't think we did, if I'm being honest. We got a pretty decent takedown on these guys by using our Unite abilities altogether. But it's too little too late in terms of the actual fight to get anything meaningful out of it. So yeah, Talonflame, there needs to be better burstier options for getting damage and other things. There's just not a whole lot of benefits to using this character from the other ones that I've played. So I would recommend other damage dealers in terms of finding any sort of competitive success. Now, you may want to use this character because you enjoy them, and that's totally fine if that's the case. But there's just a lot that's lacking, and I don't really know how the character could be better balanced, if I'm speaking candidly. But what do you think? Do you think that I'm missing something? Is there a misstep or misplay that I'm using when trying to use this character? If you do feel that that is the case, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. And I would greatly appreciate it if you would subscribe for the daily variety content. We will be having other Pokemon content coming to the channel here very, very soon. So I hope you're looking forward to that. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day.